Welcome back to the Daily Dose. My name is Robert. I'm here with my pal Doug King from the Dave Parker Foundation. And by the way, I didn't set this up. We're working on something really cool right now, working with David Mickey Evans from the Sandlot and the Dave Parker Foundation. Yes, and Exercise is presenting the cinema therapy class based on the Sandlot for people within the Dave Parker Foundation community. And what that means in short is we have an auction coming up. David Mickey Evans has sent some really cool Sandlot gear. And our hope is to get as many scholarships as we can from the fundraising so that we can get students from the Dave Parker Foundation. That could be people with Parkinson's, care partners, wellness providers, family members, to come and write their stories in our program in a way that would be an anthology, right? Something that Dave Parker Foundation could then say, here's the voice of our community, as it were, in a creative storytelling way. And there's more in the program, but I want to set that for everybody right there so they know what we're doing and why we're doing it. With Dave, you got to know him a little bit. When would you say you felt like this was beyond a business, but a friendship? You're like, there was something that you built.
Well, early, even back in the early 90s, he was, he's just an outgoing guy. Everybody thinks that they know him, because he's so friendly. Everywhere you go with him, people walk up and say, are you Dave Parker? And he'll take time and talk to him and sign autographs. And I have a box of 10,000 baseball cards over here that some guy donated that we haven't gone through yet to find any the valuable ones. I know there's a Griffey Jr. one in there somewhere. I got to dig, but the guy donated it, and along with it came a picture that I guess one of his buddies took of him and Dave standing by a car on the street that he just happened or bump into Dave Parker walking down the street, and sat and talked to him and took a picture and got another piece autographed. It was just, that's Dave Parker. And everywhere you go, people just have always loved him. He's just that kind of guy. He's, that we are family from the 79 Pirates.
Talk to me about the fan side, because I know I was a pretty young kid then, but boy, it was before I was even really a baseball fan. That sucked me in. The We Are Family, Pittsburgh Pirates. I didn't know Pittsburgh from Timbuktu, but man, what he and Willie Stargell and Kent Tekulve and those guys were doing, like, oh my God, this is cool. I mean, what was your experience with that as a fan?
Well, there's fans. There's so many fans that their fandom was generated by the years leading up to that and culminating in that World Series win. And we get emails all the time. We just got a package of pictures and it was mostly pictures and a nice letter from a family in I think they were in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin, and they met Dave at a game when their son was 5. He's 40 something now, and Dave took him in the locker room. They ran into him at an away game, when he was going into the stadium, and he stopped and talked with the kid again. Now the kid was older, he was 8 or 12 or whatever. It's just an ongoing thing where the kid kept showing up and Dave kept, spending time with him. That's just who he was. Two of his greatest, the best sponsors, big sponsors we have. There's an attorney in Philadelphia, Mark Goodhart, and a CPA in Houston, Joe Leo. And those guys met him as fans years ago. I think Mark said he was 7. He's 45 or 43 or something now. And they just became good friends. And they come in every year for the outing. Joe was just in recently to see Dave when he was recuperating from some surgery. It's just, he's an amazing guy. Always has been. He treats his fans like their family. And you can't say enough good things about him.
I can everything I can validate from my personal experience. Not only did he come and sit and watch the movie, seemed to really enjoy it, had great follow-up questions, took the time to play
play with your dad.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He played catch with my dad. We got that moment, and it's surreal. As I was sitting there shooting and going, my dad's playing catch with Dave Parker. And then not only that, but of course afterward, Dad goes out and catches the first pitch from Scott. And it's a little errant. Dad makes a good catch, and Dave comes in and critiques him, says, "Hey, man, you cut off two going to the plate. Yeah, it was play." It's like those kinds of things. His humanity just shine through, and
Absolutely.
yeah, there's a word that really fits, and we're going to talk about our next episode, and it fits where he's headed into the Hall of Fame. It's legendary. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. All right.
All right.
See you on the next dose.